So we have to do the latest news headlines.
Yes, indeed. That was a great song, by the way. But let's get started. And former governor of the Bank of Ghana and major shareholder of the defunct Unibank, of course, Unibank Ghana Limited, Dr. Kwabena Duffuor, has sued the central bank over the revocation of Unibank's operating license. In the statement of claim cited by myjoyonline.com, Dr. Duffuor wants the High Court to order an injunction restraining the Bank of Ghana from expropriating Unibank by its purported vesting of good assets and liabilities of Unibank in Consolidated Bank Ghana Limited and the revocation of the license of Unibank. He also wants a declaration that the license purportedly granted the Consolidated Bank was not granted in accordance with Act 930 and is null and void. That's a quote from the writ.
And we also know that it's been months, more than 80 months really, since the creation of a ministry dedicated to the development of Zongo communities in Ghana. JoyNews checks revealed that despite budgetary allocations in 2017 and 2018, the ministry is yet to disburse any of the funds. The Zongo Development Fund has received so far some 219 million Ghana cedis since 2017. Newly appointed Zongo and Inner City Development Minister Dr. Mustapha Hamid says the ministry is working to get the fund operational. He spoke with JoyNews during the Eid al-Adha celebrations at the Independence Square here at Accra.
After the passage of the law, there was the inauguration of the board, there was the selection of the CEO and deputies of the fund. What I inherited from the past minister is the search for, first of all, office accommodation to house them, to staff the place, and then to begin to look at the proposals, to take on proposals that would be implementable in these Zongo communities to ensure their development. So, quite frankly, the fund itself has not taken off.
Now, it's emerged that a former Upper East Regional Minister under the erstwhile NDC government, Professor Ephraim Avia Nso, has suggested that presidents of Ghana should consider not appointing deputy regional ministers in order to cut down government spending. Speaking at a roundtable discussion held at Bolgatanga in the Upper East region on the relevance of deputy regional ministers in Ghana, Professor Nso said some of the deputy regional ministers appointed both in the past and present governments did not bring much to the table, describing them as terrible correspondents. Albert Sore reports.
The primary role of the deputy regional minister in Ghana is to assist the regional minister in the performance of his or her functions. The deputy regional minister can act in the absence of the minister, but only when directed by the minister to do so. According to the 1992 Constitution, in the event of the regional minister going on leave, being removed or resigning from office, only another regional minister can act and not the deputy regional minister. This entrenchment, among others, raises questions about the relevance of deputy regional ministers in the current Ghanaian political dispensation and was the subject for a roundtable discussion organized by TERI, a local governance-centered NGO based in Bolgatanga. Speaking on the topic, CEO for TERI, Professor Ephraim Avia Nso, who is also a former Upper East Regional Minister under the John Mahama government, had this to say.
And if I were a president, I would never have appointed a deputy regional minister. I'm sorry. Why? Because, see, first of all, it has a very serious cost implication. I suffered for that, but I think I should say this, that ministers must recognize that the people that they meet there, they know better than them. Once you recognize they know better than you, you're going to learn from them. We have no business bringing a deputy minister. That has been a position because the cost component, I mean, you count 10 of them. And then it becomes a whole lot of big something.
Delivering the keynote presentation, head of the Institute of Local Governance Studies, Dr. Abdullahi Darimani, threw some light on the functions of the Deputy Regional Minister.
As already hinted, Act 936 required the Regional Minister to, among others, supervise the work of chief executives in the region, monitor and evaluate chief executives in the performance of their functions, submit to the President periodic and annual assessment reports on the performance of the chief executives in the region. These are functions which are obviously demanding and require assistance. I don't think any minister will say he doesn't need an assistant. Section 1871 of Act 936 states that a regional coordinating council consists of A, the regional minister, and the deputy or deputies.
He said some measures could be put in place to further strengthen the functions of deputy regional ministers to make them more effective. The program, funded by the Robert Bosch Foundation of Germany, was attended by local government workers, civil society organizations, chiefs, political party representatives, and the media. Some of them shared their thoughts on the relevance of deputy regional ministers in local governance in Ghana.
I think that the existence of the position, to me, is relevant. But the problem is the two powerful people, the president and the minister, who determine what the deputy minister should do. That is what is creating the problem. And in most instances, most of the deputy ministers don't do anything. They go to their offices and they read newspapers.
If you have that level of efficiency, then I don't think that we might really need this position, whether we have a criteria or not. Because then that position would be more of just playing the political role, which probably can be 2 days and 3 days to do to serve your people.
For JoyNews, Albert Sori, reporting from Bolgatanga.
Well, let's take you to the northern region, where a rural community in the Pandai district was thrown into a festive mood following the donation of a computer and projector to a school there. This was after a JoyNews report on how the ICT teacher at the Jarandogo Presby School struggled to explain some basic terminologies which went viral. The Jarandogo pupils, like their peers in many rural schools across Ghana, had challenges learning the subject because they did not have a practical feel of what the computer looks like. Jojo Kwabna reports about all that which has now changed.
A mini Deba at Jarandogo in the Pandai district of the northern region. Residents are joyous. They dance and sing their hearts out. And the reason is simple. A philanthropist has donated a computer to the only school in the community. The donation was not just out of the blue, but triggered by a JoyNews report. Let's go down memory lane. In November 2017, I sat through information communication technology lessons at Jarandogo JHS. The aim was to find out how students were coping with ICT lessons without computers. Lesson for the day: how to create a folder. Pardon the spelling error and concentrate on what the teacher had to say about how to create a folder.
Create a folder. Before you can able to create a folder, when you boot on your computer, we have some place you click. You click and you see the place folder, and when you click, the folder will, the empty folder will appear.
After explaining what a folder is, the students tried to share what they learned.
Folder is a kind of storage device which where the documents are kept.
A folder is a form of distance. It's a form of picture. When you keep your distance, your things inside, example like information or documents. There.
Scan of a computer when file or data input.
This is sad and perhaps tragic. Unfortunately, the children don't understand the lessons, but the teacher insisted everything was fine.
Yes, they understand.
Did they tell you they understand? Does it show that they understand?
Yeah, the reason why I'm sure that they understand is that when I contest them class tests or class exercise, they'll perform.
This story went viral, prompting a philanthropist, Kate Abwaje, to donate a computer and a projector to the school.
I'm coming to create a folder.
Okay, go ahead.
A circuit supervisor at the Pandai District Education Office took their children through ICT lessons.
Now step 2 says you should do what? I should right click. So now, right click. Where's your right? No, this way.
Students of Jandogo did not only learn theories of how to use a computer, they finally touched one.
I feel very happy because I have never seen some before. So today, as I have touched it, I'm very happy so much. Because I have never used it before. My hand was shaking before. I have never used it before. So it was difficult for me before I created a folder.
I feel better because I have never seen some before. When you bring it to us and we also use our hands to touch it, I don't know what to say to you. It's too much. Our school, this one, I don't know, it's too much because of our school, we can't learn. When we are in the classroom and rain started to cloud, then all of us will run to our places. Because of that, that's why we don't get any proper teachers. Teachers, they'll come here and they don't know where to stay.
My circuit has got 17 schools, 4 junior high, 13 primary schools. And this is the first junior high to have access to this facility.
The ICT teacher, Lifan Da Costa, is currently updating his knowledge on ICT.
I'm very thankful JoyNews people, including Ghana Volunteers Academy, that they should never forget about the Jandogo community. We are still begging them for the building.
This is worth celebrating, so I joined them to dance.
Jojo Kobna there showing some moves. Now, our last stop is in the Central Region, where the Police Command and the Cape Coast Metropolitan Assembly have begun demolishing illegal structures along the beach in an exercise they say is to rid the city of criminals. The exercise, according to the police and the Assembly, is targeted at areas with structures offering safe havens to criminals and where narcotics and other illicit activities take place. Now, the leader of the demolition squad, Deputy Regional Police Commander DCOP Edukum Bediako, tells JoyNews that they will do all in their power to flush out criminals from the city of Cape Coast. Here is a report from Richard Kwejonyako.
This place is called Cape Coast Anafu. And the place is very notorious for criminal activities. Here is a place for all types of narcotic drugs. You can name it. This is the place where they do the trading. It is a fishing community whereby the inhabitants are very hard-working people, but it has been infiltrated by criminals from all over Ghana. Criminals come from Ashama, Mankesim, you can name it. They come and converge here and operate. And we have seen that there are many ghettos whereby when these criminals come, they harbor them. The Municipal Assembly or the Metro Assembly have given them several warnings to evacuate from such places, but all has failed. So we gave them the last warning to move this area. Still, they were adamant. So today, the police, together with the Metropolitan Assembly, have embarked this operation to demolish all unauthorized structures along the beach. That's why we have come here this morning.
So what are you looking forward to achieve at the end of the day? Our main aim is to flush these criminals away from this area. So when we are able to destroy their abode or where they meet, I think gathering will become difficult for them, and the place will become unattractive for them, and they will leave this area so that we have our peace over here. We are not going to end it. We are going to monitor. After this, every evening too, there will be operational activities over here with our men. Thank God we have been able to form a neighborhood watch committee here, whereby the youth have voluntarily joined. We have quite a number who are also prepared to protect the citizens in collaboration with the police. So with the neighborhood and the police, I think we can monitor this area for a peaceful settlement.
So the police trying to do more work to,
indeed,
well, make sure that criminals and the activities that they undertake a period when we're not watching are really nipped in the bud. Hope that they do more in Cape Coast.
Let's hope that the clearing of these structures in Anafo does make some difference.
Yeah, but we don't elsewhere in Accra. There was a mobile money vendor who was gunned down.
Yeah,
and
in Asylum Down, right?
Yes, just around some few meters away, and it's a very sad incident. Very sad. We'll bring you more of such stories as we do review of the newspapers. Mama Yusuf Waje as well as Joseph Akable, all with us as we do the reviews.